Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be working on some Christmas gifts, and if you'd like to see how I make this Grinch pillow, stay tuned. Okay, to make this pillow what you're going to need is a centerpiece, and I've cut mine 14.5-inch square. I've folded it both ways, right sides together like this, and kind of pressed it so it gives me the center marks on here to line up in my hoop. You're going to need two 2.5-inch pieces cut 14.5 and two 2.5-inch pieces cut 16.5, and that's going to make the front of our pillow. The back of the pillow, we're going to do like an envelope backing, and you're going to need two pieces cut 16.5 by 11. Then for our Grinch face, what you're going to need is to make the face part of it, you're going to need a piece of green, this little piece of scrap, and then to make his Santa hat, you're going to need pieces of red and white. And I'm using fleece for that, and I'm just using a piece of white cotton for his face. Alright, so you're going to need your embroidery hoop and a piece of tearaway stabilizer. Alright, so now we're going to take our white square and put our 505 spray. This is just what I use, 505 spray. Sticks really, really good. I'm going to fold it back in half. This is just kind of the cheater's way how to do it. I folded it back in half on that crease I folded, and I can still see my line there. So I'm going to line it up just like that. Open it back open. Smooth it out. By the way, guys, I used a friction pen, so it will come away with a little heat when I get through, so it doesn't show through if it gets on your piece of fabric. Any part that didn't get stuck down good, just kind of give it a little bit of extra love. I know I need to clean my hoop. What I clean my hoop with is this. Don't look at the dirt and dust and everything on there. It is a Turtle Wax label and sticker, bumper sticker remover. I get this at Walmart in the automotive section. Just for removing bumper stickers. Spray it on there, take a toothbrush, kind of wash it, scrub it around a little bit, it'll come right off. I'm going to show this piece right here a little bit better. Alright, let's head to the machine. Alright guys, let's applicate this Grinch. The first thing that's going to do is the outline. I'm just going to make sure he's going to fit in my hoop. Okay, it's going to fit perfectly. So, I'm going to make sure he's centered, and he is. So, I'm going to hit go. It's going to do the placement lines for the Grinch face. To lay my piece of green fabric down, covering up all the placement lines that just put down, and I'm going to hit go. Now I'm going to go take my applique scissors and I'm going to cut all the way around the outside as close as I can get to the stitches without cutting them. That's what we got so far. Alrighty, that's what we have. I've cut all the way around it as close as I could get without cutting any of the stitches. I'm going to put it back in. Now I was going to do the hat, I think. Let me show you a little trick about your fleece. If you've already cut it and you can't tell which side is which, the right side or the wrong side, if you'll take it and pull it, it rolls to the wrong side. See how mine rolled? Let me show you again. If you pull it, it rolls to the wrong side. So you want to put that side down. Okay, so I'm going to cover that placement up, that placement line up, and stitch it down. Alright, just like before, we're going to take this over there to the table and trim around the hat piece. This is what mine looks like. Put it back in. Now it's going to do the die line for the... I just kind of leave these the same color. But you can put a piece there if you want. I don't. I leave them green with yellow thread. But if you want to put a piece of yellow fabric there, go for it. And then it's going to do the nostrils. And get them threads out of the way. Okay, now it's going to do, let me trim them pieces of thread so my machine don't get hung. Okay, now it's going to do the placement lines for the eyebrows. Piece I didn't show you in the beginning is you'll need a piece of black for the eyebrows and the eyes, or whatever color you want them to be. Mine are going to be black. Make sure you cover up all the die lines, placement lines, and then stitch them down. Okay, now we're going to go trim around these. Okay, that's what mine looks like. I'm going to put it back in there. Now it's going to do the white on the hat. And a little violet at the end. Piece of white down. I'm using a piece of terry cloth for this because I wanted some texture to it to make it look like fuzzy, but I didn't want it to be like fur because I'm gonna put this on a pillow. Let's go trim around that. Okay, that's what mine looks like. Because I'm using fabrics that have a nap to them, I put a piece of that clear like topper on mine and just taped it down so I didn't lose any of my stitches. Alright, see, now it's just going to do the pretty stitching on the top. Oh my goodness, guys, cuteness overload, cuteness overload. All right, so now we're going to take and pull this topper off. Okay, I'm going to free it from the hoop. Set that aside. And stitch and pull down some. Might need a heavier stabilizer. Alright, so I pressed it a little bit, and that helps some. But I think once you get it in the pillow, you're not going to be able to tell that it pulled in some. And the person that's going to receive this as a Christmas gift, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think they're going to mind one bit. Okay, so take your 14.5-inch pieces and put them on the two sides. Okay, two sides of your block like this. Take your 16.5-inch pieces, put them on your top and bottom. If you have directional fabric, you know, look out for that. I'm going to go to the machine and do that. And I'm also going to take my two pieces for my envelope backing, and I'm going to take them to the iron, and on one of the long sides I'm going to do a quarter inch down, press it, and then sew that. Okay guys, I was mistaken. I was doing for an 18-inch pillow, and I forgot mine's going to be a 16-inch pillow. I guess a habit of me doing 18-inch pillows, I don't know. So you want to cut your strips 12.5 instead of 14.5, because you know I can math. And then the other strips need to be 16.5. So let's do this again. I had to cut my white square down some. Now let's do it again. 1/4 inch all the way around. No, 1/4 inch on both sides. I'm sorry. mean to make you mess up if you did. I'm so sorry. That'll be an 18-inch pillow. If you do that, then these will have to be cut 18 and a half instead of 16 and a half. I don't know what I was thinking when I cut them. Not even Monday. So I don't know. It is Tuesday though. Sometimes that's just as bad. Alright, so now let's finger press these. And I got some string, but we can't pull them out of there. Okay, now let's see if the 16 and a half will fit. Look at there, when you math correctly, it does fit. Imagine that. And one more side. These are going to be super cute. I'm excited. It's going to be hard for me to give this one away because I like the Grinch. It would actually match my Christmas decor because I do Grinchmas every year instead of Christmas. I might have to make me a set of these for the couch. Then press these back. And then you want to take it to the iron and you want to give it a good press, making sure everything's flat, how you want it, make it all pretty. I love it. These red threads off of there. And it's going to be cute when we get finished. Okay, so now these pieces that we went and did 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to let them stitch to 5. And so down the fold side of that, the inside fold. Alright, if you can, lay these down on top, right here. If you can't, go over to the table. And pin it and clip it in place. And you want to clip it really good here so that you can know to back stitch. This is also too where you decide if you want your envelope backing to go this way or this way. If you want it to go this way, lay it like this. If you don't, turn it the other way. And clip the corners, clip in the middle. Make sure everything's flat on that side. Then you're going to take the other one right side down, line it up on this side. this clip and catch that other one in it. And this one. And this way, these are going to overlap. If you cut it this size, these are going to overlap this much, which is, let me count on the board here, 4 inches. So that'll be a really good overhang. You don't have to worry about the back of your pillow gaping open and you seeing the pillow form inside of it. I do like to do an envelope backing so you can take your pillowcase off and wash it. It's easier to store them this way, and I still use my same pillows. So as I decorate for, say, Halloween or Thanksgiving or whatever, I can just change my pillowcases instead of having to buy pillows, because they're pretty expensive. I'm going to move back down to 2.5 inch stitch length, and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around. When I get to where the envelope pieces, like this piece and this other piece here, I can feel it with my finger. I'm going to back stitch over that 3 or 4 times just to make sure, because that's going to be a stress point in, like when you're putting the pillows in and taking the pillows out and changing them and laundering them and all that. I'm going to make sure to back stitch on them a couple, 3 times. And I sew right off the corner, but you can pivot if you like. Put it a little too far out. On the other side, making sure you back stitch over these a couple times. I just don't want them to pop, and then I can feel where the other one's at here. I'm going to do the same thing over that one 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3 times, or whatever, until you're, you know, confident that it's not going to break. Just want to add a little bit of extra security right there. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim my corners. Kind of in a V, kind of close to the stitching, but make sure you don't clip the corner stitching on all 4 sides. And then take it and turn it inside out, or right side out, I'm sorry. Push out your corners, make them nice and smooth, pointy. See, you can take this to the iron and you can press it if you'd like. For the sake of the video, I'm just gonna leave this pillow out of this one, another one that I made. Look how cute that turned out. I love it. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna thief the pillow out of this one for a second, just so we can put it in the Grinch one and see what it looks like. I like to put my tag here that says do not remove. I like to put it in the back and on the bottom. Most of the time I do remove them, unless I'm giving them as gifts. Okay, now we need the other side. I just kind of like smush it down and push it in. It is a little bit tight because we have that 4-inch overhang. Let's see, with the pillow in there, you don't have no gaping open hole here. Everything's closed nicely. I really do like that 4 inches, or you could even do a 5-inch if you wanted to. Instead of cutting them 11 inches, you could cut them 12 and be perfectly, you know, fine. Making sure, even if you want to, you could add a Velcro dot right here or something. I think that would be a good idea. Give it a good mush. And there's our Grinch pillow. How cute is he? I love him. I love him. He's adorable. Alright guys, I absolutely love how this pillow turned out. It's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. I would use a little bit more stabilizer here, even a cutaway, because it is a lot of stitches there. And if you like, please join my Facebook group. It's Sew Something Southern. And get out there and sew something, guys, and I will see you in the next one.